is KC Blitz.
Hello, everybody. I'm Dan Lucy alongside of Matt Vereen, and we welcome you to the KC Blitz pregame show. In less than 30 minutes, the Chiefs will kick off the preseason schedule against the Cincinnati Bengals.
But before we look ahead to that preseason, let's take a minute or so to look back into Chiefs history. Now, last Saturday night in Canton, Ohio, Kansas City Chiefs legend Tony Gonzalez was inducted into the National Football League Hall of Fame. Gonzalez was not the only Chief inducted into the Hall, however. Johnny Robinson also honored. He was a safety back in the 60s, was part of the Chiefs Super Bowl championship team. Gonzalez played a dozen years for the Chiefs and then ended his career in Atlanta. He made 14 Pro Bowls and caught more than 1,300 passes. Only Jerry Rice caught more. In his acceptance speech, Gonzalez did not forget Chiefs Kingdom.
To the fans of Kansas City. Are you in the house, Kansas City Chief fans? You know what? I'll never forget when I first got to Kansas City, they were singing the Star Spangled Banner, and you guys know where I'm going with this. At the end of the song, I didn't know what was coming. And they let me know if you know this one. It comes to the end of it, and it says, "And the home of the..." There it is. And then you'd see the flyover. Nothing else like playing at Arrowhead Stadium. And it brings me, after I had gotten traded to Atlanta, I came back to Kansas City to play a football game. I was on the other side of the ball. I wasn't sure how the fans were going to treat me. And so I was worried about it all week long. And then during the pregame, they introduced me, which I thought was very special. And then something happened that was one of the greatest moments of my career. The Chief fans started yelling at the top of their lungs. And I remember I looked over and a teammate of mine, Sam Baker, he looks at me and he goes, "Wow, that is really special." And so you Kansas City Chief fans know how much I appreciated you and how much I cherished the relationships before the game, after game, coming out to the parking lot, giving cookies, giving burritos, words of encouragement. I love you guys. Thank you.
Well, that was indeed a special moment for all Chiefs fans. But before we delve into the 2019 Kansas City Chiefs campaign, let's talk about Tyreek Hill. The wide receiver had been the center of the Chiefs news this entire offseason, but he's back on the team and back at camp. Here's a look back at that tumultuous summer. Tyreek Hill exploded on the 2018 NFL season like a meteor. The fourth-year pro returned a punt 91 yards for a touchdown, and the Cheetahs' breakout season was off and running. He scored 3 touchdowns against the Patriots in Foxborough in Week 6, and by the end of 2018, Tyreek Hill's breakout campaign resulted in 87 catches for close to 1,500 yards and 12 touchdowns, and he was named a first-team All-Pro.
And that one is going to be caught for a touchdown by Tyreek Hill.
That was on the field. Off the field was anything but spectacular. In the offseason, there were accusations concerning injuries to his son. Then in June, audio surfaced of a recorded argument between Hill and Crystal Espinal, the mother of the 3-year-old.
Think about why a freaking 3-year-old would tell everybody and anybody that you broke his arm.
But neither the Johnson County District Attorney's Office nor the National Football League found enough evidence to prosecute. And the NFL said Tyreek Hill did not violate the league's personal conduct policy and cleared him to return to team activities. And Hill reported to training camp with the rest of the vets.
It feels good, man. The love feels good. You know what I'm saying? To come back out here, to hit a chance, it's crazy, man. So I'm back. The Cheetah's back, man.
The law enforcement side of it, there have been statements made on that. There's been statements made by the Chiefs. There have been statements made by Tyreek, and so we're comfortable with Tyreek coming back here. Look forward to bringing him back here and having an opportunity to get back doing what he loves to do.
It's been great. Me and Coach Reed, like you said, we ain't talked during the whole offseason. I mean, I really ain't talked to nobody but my teammates. So it's been great, you know what I'm saying? I know that he was still supporting me, you know what I'm saying, in the background. So, I mean, he was still showing me love. I know that, you know what I'm saying, because that's just that family connection that we got.
Hill says he's approaching this next chapter in his life as a changed man.
I can't wait for my new journey, man. I'm excited, you know what I'm saying? I'm working every day, you know what I'm saying, to be a better father, a better person, a better citizen, a better teammate. You know what I'm saying? And a better son, too, you know what I'm saying, to my parents. So I'm evolving every day. I've learned to just appreciate, you know what I'm saying, those around me, man, you know what I'm saying, because I feel like I take that for granted sometimes, you know what I'm saying, being a professional athlete, you know what I'm saying, I tend to, like, not stay humble sometimes, and, you know what I'm saying, I mean, I still love my kids and I still love my family, you know what I'm saying, but sometimes I feel like I take all of those things for granted.
Chief fans will have to wait and see what 2019 has in store for number 10. Can he match the numbers from 2018? And more importantly, can he stay out of trouble off the field?
And when you say new journey, can you just elaborate on that?
I mean, new journey as in, like, me growing as a person. You know what I'm saying? Me growing as a father, me growing as a human.
He has a lot of energy, and it feeds off from just coaching staff all the way to the players.
Coming up next, we will introduce you to the new face of the Chiefs' revamped defense. Last year, the Chiefs' offense was probably the best in the league, but it was paired with one of the worst defenses in the league. Now, coming into this offseason, it was largely assumed plenty of changes would need to be made if this team wanted to make the Super Bowl. And while the additions of Frank Clark and Tyrann Mathieu are big, it's the new man in charge that will undoubtedly shape the defense's future. The Chiefs have a renewed energy on defense showing at camp, and it's an energy they credit to one man.
Yeah, well, it starts with Spags. That guy's, I'm sure you guys interviewed him a couple of times. He has a lot of energy, and it feeds off from just coaching staff all the way to the player.
Steve Spagnuolo has been coaching for 36 years now, the last 20 in the NFL. Most recently, he was the interim head coach for the Giants in 2017. And this year, he brings all that experience and energy to Kansas City as their new defensive coordinator.
I can't tell you how excited I am to be at training camp. I mean, I love training camp. I always have, right from the beginning when I was with Andy, and we used to go to Lehigh University in Philadelphia.
Spagnuolo inherits much more than just a title, however. He's now in charge of arguably the biggest key to giving Kansas City its first Super Bowl appearance since 1969. For now, though, rather than big picture, he's had the phrase little things ringing in his players' ears.
All I do is focus on them getting better each day. Now, that's a cliche, right? But it's real. We're really hell-bent on just fundamentals, techniques, the little things. They're probably tired of me saying the little things all the time, but that's okay. They need that in their ears when they fall asleep at night.
And fundamentals are a good place to start, considering last year's defense gave up the second most yards in the NFL. Spagnuolo will look to change that with his signature 4-3 defense, greater utilizing defensive ends to pressure the quarterback. So far, he says he's happy with how the group is taking to it.
What I like about that whole group, I think there's a bunch of pros in that room. By that I mean they take it real seriously and they're really prideful about knowing it. Look at the guys in the middle, the linebackers, they connect the D linemen to the DBs. They got to be spot on. Anthony Hitchens has been doing a great job, Reggie, Damian Wilson, all of those guys.
And while the change is in its early stages, head coach Andy Reid, who coached with Spags in Philly, is already seeing improvement.
Every day I see improvement on the defensive side, and that becomes important. Because it's new, you're going to see some things there, some steps forward.
And the players are excited to have their new commander, too.
We needed that, and I'm just glad he's part of our defensive staff.
That's good.
Go.
Good. You're good, man.
Keep it going.
Coming up on the Blitz, we take a look at what the Chiefs have been doing in the offseason. That's next. All right, this is me.
Yeah.
Welcome back to KC Blitz. The Chiefs and the Bengals will kick off in just about 15 minutes. Kansas City has a television production unit called TPT65. It creates a number of television shows, some of which air right here on KOZL. One of those is called The Franchise, and here's a story that they did on production day.
3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. There we go. That's a good one. Okay. So production day is a day where we do everything for all of our media. Great. Today's a marathon. So that's the hardest part, is just keeping the energy up, making sure that you give every player what you can, and hopefully you get that back. We're going to get a flex first. Flex looked, I mean, it's that shot from last year, right? First things first, we have like a set list where we kind of just show them, hey, this is what we're going to do. What we're going to do is show your back. And then it was really about getting them comfortable first, making sure they understand what we're going to do. So it's a little bit about knowing the player, getting to know the player, and making them feel comfortable, and then asking them to do all the fun stuff. That's good.
Let's go. Good. You're good, man.
Keep it going.
Get up just a little bit right there.
This is home field advantage.
Money.
Love it.
Great.
Man. How you doing, boy? Good, right?
You look good in that red, man.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate that red.
It's been a busy off-season for General Manager Brett Veach and the player personnel staff, as they've acquired a number of new faces to help fill the Chiefs roster.
Look up at the camera.
For many of those players, production day is the first chance they'll get to sport the red and gold.
Feels good, man. Had to, get my little pregame ritual out, lay out my uniform, figure out, what shoes I'm gonna wear. So it was cool, man. Go through the little process today.
One wants to pick on the new guy, huh?
Always do arm sleeves.
Always.
You see it? You see it? They say it was picture day. It's hard not to want to be a part of something, like this. Something great. I mean, we see it, man. We see it every day. I know it was the same for this, man. I know it was the same for this, man. I mean, where else would you go to have a better chance of winning the Super Bowl than this?
Honestly, I didn't know where I was going to end up. I was super nervous, just sitting there watching it with my family and everything. And now that I finally got picked up, I was so excited. Finally got the opportunity to put a jersey back on again, ready to go.
So I'm going to take you back here. We're going to do some reads. They're going to be the ones that are going in stadium and in some of the videos.
This is our house.
This is our house. I seen that they came a little short of the Super Bowl last year, so my goal is just to get here, step up, and do what I got to do to help this team get back to where we want to be.
You're all done.
Good.
Thank you.
Good job.
Appreciate y'all.
Thank you.
As production.
Now, the Chiefs have been doing more than just taking photos this offseason, Dan. They've also been busy in the community. Chiefs President Clark Hunt joined in by looking back in history and helping build for the future.
This site was the site of the original municipal stadium, which was the first ever home of the 1963 Kansas City Chiefs. when you think about what we're doing on this site and that the Chiefs were playing there in 1963, what does that mean to you and the fact that we're doing this today right here?
Well, I think it's so appropriate that we're back so close to the old Municipal Stadium. You know, today when people think of the Kansas City Chiefs, they think of Arrowhead Stadium. But back in the 60s, they thought about Municipal Stadium.
Originally opened in 1923 as Mulebach Field, Kansas City's Municipal Stadium, which was located at the corner of Brooklyn Avenue and East 22nd Street, was the home of the Chiefs from 1963 to 1971. Prior to that, the stadium housed the Kansas City Monarchs, the Negro League's longest-running team. And when franchise owner Lamar Hunt decided to move his Dallas Texans to Kansas City following the 1962 season, it would become the Kansas City Chiefs, and the stadium would be retrofitted for football. While at Municipal Stadium, the Chiefs were successful, representing the AFL in 2 of the 4 Super Bowls prior to the league merger in 1970. The Chiefs' final game at Municipal Stadium was played on Christmas Day of 1971. And although Kansas City would fall short in the meeting, the double overtime playoff contest lasted 82 minutes and 40 seconds and still stands today as the longest game in NFL history.
Clark, you can talk about this, but this is awesome. This is going to be the new plaque that will be at the corner of 22nd and Brooklyn to commemorate the history of Municipal Stadium.
Our hope is that this will remind future generations of Chiefs fans what took place at Municipal Stadium. We don't want that to be lost, and that's a big part of the league's effort during this 100th season, is to honor the communities and the fans that have helped make the NFL the game it is today.
So, Clark, I'm going to bring up some folks now. We're going to have a special check presentation to be made to commemorate this day and the future of this location.
Congratulations.
Thank
guys.
you.
And thank you.
$250,000 to the Kansas City Public Schools.
Now, when we come back, we will check in on the enemy, the Cincinnati Bengals. KC Blitz. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the KC Blitz pregame show. The Chiefs will face the Cincinnati Bengals tonight in the first exhibition game of the preseason, and the Bengals will come in with a new head coach for the first time in 15 years. Marvin Lewis is out. Zach Taylor is in for the Bengals. Taylor is a former Nebraska quarterback who coached the QBs and wide receivers for the Los Angeles Rams last season. He'll have Andy Dalton at quarterback, and he's still throwing to A.J. Green. The Bengals brought in some free agents to bolster both the offensive and defensive lines, and the Cincinnati defensive secondary is still stout. Yet this team averaged 6 wins over its last 3 years.
Now, we want to remind everyone that KC Blitz will be returning for the regular season as well this year. Join Art Haynes and the voice of the Bears and pregame voice of the Chiefs, along with Ned Reynolds, as they break down the previous game, chat with current and former Chiefs, and look ahead to the next game. It'll air Saturday nights at 8:30 on KOZL Z27, starting on September 7th.
And we're going to be here next Saturday for a pregame for the second exhibition game. But that's going to wrap it up for this week's KC Blitz. We'll send you now to Arrowhead. For Matt, I'm Dan Lucy. We will see you next Saturday night.